Greetings to you all. Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Doris. In case you're coming across this channel for the first time, make yourself comfortable, okay? To my returning subscribers, I welcome you all too. I thank you all for sticking around all this while. Thank you for commenting, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing out all my videos. Okay, I promised to bring the recap of the fiction story between Liquorose and Emmanuel that I have been uploading for some days now. Last week, this week, I really uploaded their videos, their stories, fiction story per se, okay? So I promised to bring the summary of the story in case you were not able to follow the story from chapter 1 to chapter 35. It's too long, as you can see. I summarized everything from chapter 1 to chapter 35 and also the lesson of each chapters, that at the end of the story, at the end of the summary, you'll be able to pick something and say, of a truth, I learned something from the story. Okay, let's dive into it. So from chapter 1, two families by name the Afijes and the Umars. Okay, the Afijes is the Liquorose's family and the Umars is the Emmanuel's family. Remember, this is fiction story put together by one of the liquor lions, one of the Emmanuel's shippers per se. Let me put it that way. Yes, just for fun, okay? So these two families, they are good, they are, as in they are rich, they are famous. Okay, but the sad part of it is that the Afijes, they are owing the Umars, and it's not a small amount of money. So they have been running around to know if they will be able to pay up, not until Mr. Umar, that is Emmanuel's father, came up with something. He met with Liquorose's father, that is the Mr. Afijes, and told him, see, is it not better for us to bring children together, let them get married? That is, the children they are talking about is Emmanuel and Liquorose. Okay? Is it not better for us to bring them, let them get married? Mr. Afije keyed into it and accepted. That was, let me just put it that way, that was where the whole problem started. Okay? So Mr. Fidget went home and told Liquorose, see what me and Mr. Omo discussed. Mr. Omo went home and told also his family, see what me and Mr. Fidget discussed. You all know what the outcome will be. Liquorose said no, that it's not going to happen. Emmanuel said no, it's not going to happen. Liquorose's reason of saying no, it will not happen is this, that Emmanuel is very rude, that his character is nothing to write home about. Why can you merge me with somebody that its character is nothing, is zero? So Liquorose said no, and coupled with that, she is in a relationship. So how is she going to leave her present relationship just to go into a marriage of someone that she doesn't know? Okay, I don't know whether you're following me. Emmanuel, on the other hand, said no, that he is not ready to settle down. They pushed the whole thing within few days. In a week, the date is already out. They did their traditional marriage and the court wedding. Then they started living. That's why during that video I said the marriage was 1 week, one trouble, because every day they will say, this person will say, Emmanuel did me this. Emmanuel will say, Liquorose did that to me. I don't know whether you get that. Okay, they don't know themselves. They didn't date. Nothing like that. The families, they kept on advising. The parents of Liquorose will advise Liquorose. The parents of Emmanuel will advise Emmanuel, but nothing to show for it. Okay, later on, their parents organized something. They went to a woman's house, that is the marriage therapist. They went to her home to spend 4 days there. Their reason of going there is the woman will try to teach them, inculcate that marital attitude in them. Okay, because they are just living like cat and dogs. They are living like strangers in the same house, husband and wife. So they have to go there. They have to stay in one room. They have to do things together for the 4 days. But let me shock you guys, even after the 4 days, nothing came out from it. They went home the same. They went home and started their fights, started their insults. Emmanuel would talk to Liquorose anyhow, Liquorose to talk to Emmanuel anyhow. Remember, this is fiction story, okay? So as this thing was going on, friend of Emmanuel paid visits to them. Unfortunately or fortunately, Liquorose wasn't around, and the name of the person is Sharon. Let me say, it's former classmates to Emmanuel when they were still in secondary school. So they were discussing, they were chatting, waiting for Liquorose to come back. Liquorose was on her way to enter into the sitting room when she heard a lady's voice. So automatically she read meaning into it and left that place immediately. She thought that maybe her husband brought someone inside. But let me tell you guys, when all these things were happening, even Liquorose was trying to retaliate, bully Emmanuel. But deep as in Emmanuel, at some point he won't respond to Liquorose. He won't react to what Liquorose has been doing. He will just be calm. So with those things, Liquorose will be like, this guy, as in I will keep bullying him, yet he won't try to retaliate or react back to me. As in, I'm yet to understand something about Emmanuel. This is what Liquorose used to say. Deep down their hearts, they love each other, but they are yet to agree to it. I don't know whether you get that. So when Liquorose heard that voice, she left the house in annoyance and went to her friend's house. Meanwhile, Sharon and Emmanuel, they discussed. After discussing, Sharon went to the guest room and Emmanuel went to his own room because she came on a visit to see them. Okay? So when Liquorose came back the next morning, she confronted Emmanuel and told him to stop whatever behavior that he is doing, bringing in ladies into their home. That even if he wants to do whatever he wants to do, he should do it on his own. That was when Emmanuel told him that he's even confused on what she's saying. That the said lady is even Sharon. Sharon is their classmate, and Luporose's friend too knows of Sharon. So there is nothing going on. She was shocked. She was like, is this true? So she has been misunderstanding all this while. This is where I will come in. Communication matters a lot. You see the way Emmanuel communicated to Liquorose by erasing that thought from her head, thinking that Emmanuel is in a relationship with another lady, not knowing that the said lady is even waiting for Liquorose. I don't know whether you get that. So communication too is the key, is key in every relationship if you don't know, okay? So that was how they started staying together, learning each other's character. At some point, remember, they are back from the therapist home. They started to understand each other better. Slowly, Emmanuel will go to Liquorose and say, please, I want us to talk. They will talk. Liquorose will go to Emmanuel and say, please, I want us to talk. They will talk. They started to understand each other better. Within a twinkle of an eye, the two cats and dogs, so they turned to two lovers. Nobody talked to them. They came back to their normal senses and said, we've been misbehaving, let's just do the right thing. And they did the right thing and they started living peacefully. What did you learn from this story and what did I learn from this story? Engage me in the comment section and tell me what you learned. Because for me, I learned something. One, the Afijes, the parents, that is their parents, they didn't do the right thing by bringing their children to marry themselves. You as a mother or a father, you don't have any right to impose that on your child. That is for me. I'm saying my own opinion. Okay? If you are owing a friend, you run around and pay up. You don't have to say, because he is my friend, an old-time friend, you must marry his or her daughter in order to cement that relationship. They don't have any business with cementing your relationship, sir. What you have to do is to pay up. Liquorose and Emmanuel's case now, it's ended well. It might not end well for someone out there. I don't know whether I get that. It might also end well. Your duty there as the parent and as the mother or father is to direct them, to support them, and to pray for them. It's not picking a spouse for your daughter or for your son, because at the end of the day, they will be the ones to leave. The Emmanuel and Liquorose, they lived as cat and dogs, but later on they reconciled and doesn't placed things in a normal way that it should be. Also, when they went to preach therapist home, even the therapist was not able to do anything. They came back, they talked sense into themselves and put things in order. So that home, it's left for the two people, that relationship, it's left for the two people to do justice to it. The man and the woman there to do justice to it. Nobody will come in and do it for you. Another good thing Liquorose did in this story that we shared last week was this. She surrounded herself with good friends, as in good friends, that were able to pinpoint and say, no, you're not doing the right thing. No, don't do this. Yes, go ahead, you are doing this. I don't know whether you get that. She surrounded herself with good friends. That is the likes of Ifoma and Ella. Yes, they don't used to paint words for her. They don't used to say no. They would tell her, no, babe, you're not doing the right thing. So we should endeavor to, in all your doings, let me put it that way, in all your doings, try and get good friends that will tell you the truth always. Another point is when Liquorose overheard Emmanuel discussing with another lady, out of anger, she went back to her ex. That was what anger can do. Okay, anger cannot take you to the right place. Anger can destroy things. Anger can make you to regret things that when you remember, you'll be asking yourself, are you the one that did this? But thank God she came back to her senses and came back home to Emmanuel till they now sat down and sorted things out. I am talking from the point of view of the story we shared. I don't know whether you get that. The story we shared between Liquorose and Emmanuel. And this is fiction story put together by one of their fans, one of their supporters, just for fun and for people to learn. Okay? So these are the lessons that came from the story. As you can see, it is lesson packed. I said I will do a short video for you guys to go through, because the story, the chapters from chapter 1 to 35, it's not easy, as in it's very long. So if you're not able to go through the chapters from 1 to 35, this video will help you. Okay, it will help you to know what the story, as in the summary of the story, the recap of the story. This is what I brought for you guys. So my lovely people, I think I have done justice to this story. Okay, I'll be bringing another story your way soon, as in interesting story, amazing story, just like the one we read. Okay, and please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly do that for me. Turn on the notification bell by the side of the subscribers button. That's whenever I drop my videos, you will be the first to be alerted. Okay, remember, my name is Doris. Till I come your way next time. Bye bye.